Hi, Brent Haynes with Wood Sound Flutes. Just a short video today to show you a couple of the new flutes that we have. We've been kind of busy the last month or so. We've had the Zion Flute Festival that we just finished with this last weekend, and it was really wonderful. I met a lot of you there and had a wonderful time playing flute with you and all the concerts, and just a really great time. If you weren't able to attend this year at Zion, I hope you're able to make it next year. But also there's several festivals coming this year that you're certainly not going to want to miss out on. The next one that we'll be going to is a Potomac Flute Festival, and that's in Maryland. And the following that will be the Flute Quest Flute Festival in Seattle. And shortly after that will be the Sunwatch Flute Festival in Ohio, and then we'll be on to Yosemite. And I can hardly wait. I love these festivals. I love getting out and meeting all of you, and many of you are my dear friends, and it's just great spending time with you. But in the meantime, we'll shoot a short video and just share some flutes with you. These are the three flutes that I'm going to play with you today. The first one I want to show you is actually a box elder burl flute in the key of high C. And this flute was made for a young gal who's graduating with my son this, next week. They'll be graduating. Really exciting. And this is actually a surprise gift, so shh, don't tell her. So she'll be getting this from her mother this next week, and I'm really super excited for her. She's Navajo and Apache, and this will be her first flute, so it's going to be really fun to see her grow with the flute and really embark in life's great journey. But I'll go ahead and play it there for you real quick so you can hear it. The color you'll notice is obviously bright red. Box elder burl is naturally white. The bright red of this box elder burl comes about through a dyeing process, a coloring process, in which I use, I want to say there's 5 different coats of dye that have been applied to this flute, and then either sanded off or washed off with a variety of different methods that we use to take different color and out of the flute and add color to it, so that you get this really, really deep color and swirl, and it just brings the whole flute to life. It's a really lovely instrument, and we will have it posted so that you can see some pictures of it and hear it. And again, this is in the key of high C minor. So, gorgeous instrument. I'm super excited for Jackie to get it. If you heard any piano in the background there for a minute, that was my wife upstairs playing piano. That's her passion, and it's fun. We live in a home that's filled with music, and it's kind of fun because none of us are really very good, but we love it, and it's just a part of our life. And you know, that's how I think of the flute. I love it when a real professional plays my instruments and makes incredible music out of it. It is really exciting to hear that. But what really drives me day to day to continue making flutes is thinking about the person that's more like myself, really is, just an amateur, and is really just making music for themselves. And they're looking for an instrument that is just beautiful, that just calls to them to pick it up and play, and to create music, even if it's only for 5 minutes a day. You know, they get that little bit of time that they're able to let the rest of the world melt away and forget about work and forget about all the struggles and trials, and just make some music for a few minutes. That's really what drives me day to day. But of course I do love hearing Mirabal play my flutes up on stage, and it was incredible at Zion. But this flute is for Howard Leon. He is a young man who is making a lot of music right now, and really working hard at marketing his music and himself, and really doing a great job of it. He has the, you probably saw or may remember the ebony flute that I made a while back that had some beautiful paintings on it, and it said "The Way of the Wolf" on it, and it also had gold, real gold flecks all throughout the flute. It had speckles of gold all over on it, and it was really beautiful. But at any rate, this is another flute for Howard. This is in the key of A, and again, this is made out of Russian olive. And this particular tree, I actually harvested this tree myself. Of course, we made a tobacco offering at the time that we took the tree. It came from an area where there's a lot of Russian olive that grows wild, and is really very, very densely populated with it. And so no harm was done to the environment in the process of taking it. But yeah, you know, it really, when I look at it, I don't know if you'll see this in the pictures, but there's this little curl in it right here, and the bold green stripes really reminds me kind of a, you know, a pinstripe suit or something like that. But as I look at it, I think about that Russian olive tree with big spines, and it's really, a lot of people don't like them because they're kind of an invasive species. They come into their yards and they've got big spines on them that poke you when you're trying to cut them back and things like that. But I love them. I think they're gorgeous. They have a silver green leaf on them, and they produce a little teeny little fruit that's very bitter. I tried it one time, and it was not good. Of course, I've tried real olives off the tree too, and they're not good off the tree either. But these were not tasty at all. And the tree has this dark bark. It's really a rich dark brown, almost a black, and with big stripy bark going up and down the outside of the tree. So they're very striking and very beautiful. And the wood, of course, is very lovely as well. And again, this is in the key of A. So really easy to get lost in the sound of a flute like this. You know, for me, it really transports me very quickly. Beautiful, beautiful. The next flute is a Rocky Mountain juniper, or we also call it Eastern red cedar. They're very, very much the same tree. It just depends on which region of the country they grew in. And this particular tree actually grew here in Utah. It had some large beetles that had gotten into the sapwood, and you see these inlays of sodalite in the wood where the beetles had eaten into the wood. And I love it. When I see this, I see it as an opportunity to take something that's very natural, and somebody else might just discard and say, well, that's not good wood, it has holes in it. And I look at it and I say, you know, here's an opportunity to take something that's very, very natural, work with it a little bit, and create something that's far more beautiful than it would have been if it hadn't had this this thing happen to it. Anyways, I think it's very lovely. We have sodalite inlay rings here. It's got walnut burl totem and end caps on it, and it's just really beautiful. And of course, like all cedar, it smells fantastic. And this is in the key of G. hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you at some of the upcoming festivals. If you're not able to make it, you know, and you want to talk on the phone about some flutes, by all means, give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. 801-822-1415. Of course, you can always reach me via email at brent@woodsounds.com. And by all means, come check our flutes out at www.woodsounds.com. Have a great night.